REDISA and this roadshow in particular really is about trying to kick off something that is an innovation not just in South Africa, obviously this is where we're based, but also globally. It's an idea that needs to keep on going. Initiatives like these are something that we can all get behind. Sustainable lifestyles are important, and I think that we all agree on that what we need to do is look after this one world that we live in at the moment.
This earth of ours is most definitely finite. It has a carrying capacity, like anything. If you put so many marbles in a fishbowl, eventually one's going to fall off. But what I want to do today is ask you to become like kids again. I think a lot of us adults have lost that. So I wanted you to think like a child again. Have the lateral thinking, as Edward de Bono put it, to dream big. We spend so much of our time worrying. But I rather say, instead of pointing the finger as to the what if, I go, what can I do? What can I do differently? Very simply, I want to die knowing I've been the greatest asset I could possibly be to this planet, to the only home we know. That is my mission in my life. And sometimes you've got to do wacky things to get people's attention. I believe that the greatest gift any human being has on earth is the gift of giving. The gift of giving. We as a human species tend to come from the premise, hey, what's in it for me before I change anything? I want to ask you that question. What is the gift we have to give? Be the change you want to be in the world. I'll say it again, love is a doing word. Support initiatives like REDISA. I'm completely and fully behind REDISA because of the model that it stands for. Employment and doing what we all need to be doing, recycling.
Let's be clear, there is nothing which can't be recycled. The reason, which we said earlier on, is people don't recycle is because there's no money in it. If there would be money in it, you would be recycling. But because there's no money in it, people don't recycle. South Africa at this moment in time only recycles about 10% of all his waste which we have in this country. So what you're wanting to do is, and create in your economy is that you're wanting to create something which turns a waste product into a commodity, isn't it? That's what you're wanting to create. And the first one we have is, let's show what we have in South Africa with tires, is that we have 300,000 tons of something which has no value and is a liability. And I would have to pay somebody to have it removed this, but if I had 20 tons of steel lying there, somebody would pay me to have it removed. And what happens actually is that tires to a large amount get delivered to dumps, and these waste pickers put them all onto one pile, and once a week or once a month they actually put them ledged to it. And then they can sell these tires, the steel which is on there, for 80 cents a kilogram to steel. And that is your biggest opposition in terms of it. People talk about all sorts of other things, but I'm telling you, most tires in this country today get burned. So if you're looking at a tire, it takes you 3 times as much energy to make a tire than you get out of it burning it. So you have an inherent value in a tire. It is there. It's a highly engineered product. So if you're ending up with a product on the end, you want to end up with a product which has an enormous value, because that will create a viable recycling industry. Once you have done this now, you are ending up here now with this product from before which had no value, and turned it into something from floor tiles to flooring to roof tiles to piping to all sorts of things which can be made out of that. So what you have created just now is a circular economy. So you're not just looking at from an environmental point. Once you're creating a circular economy, a side product from that is that you're getting more out. You remember efficiency of raw materials. So instead of throwing something out on the dump and not getting any value of it, you're now using that material and actually bringing it back into economy. It's no different as if you put double glazing into your house and insulating it and use less energy. Exactly the same thing. You want to get physically, this is a recipe to achieve commodity efficiency. That's what you're wanting to drive. And your technology and your impact together with the university must be in creating that commodity efficiency all the time. The social and economical part of it is logical. Think about it. Think about all the products which we are making today. Shouldn't we have every one of these products being REDISAized? Should not be every product on the end of the day being manufactured and made and said as, well, I know that it's number one, environmental safe, and number two is that it's been dealt with in a responsible way on the end of the day. We as consumers want to be sitting there and have that. And it isn't that way, as we saw 38 waste streams. And only one of them is actually implemented into that. That's what we do. That's REDISA, sort of in a nutshell, which I can give you.